Hey guys,
Hello!
my name's Josh,
And I'm Toyin.
and today we're reviewing Eat That Frog
21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Get More Done in Less Time.
by Tracy.
Oh, 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 oh,
So let's talk about the good.
Yeah, let's talk about the good.
One thing that I really liked about this book was the homework sections. Some people won't like the sound of that, but he gives some key things that you can do with what you're learning at the end of each chapter. And I found that to be really helpful. We set up 5, 10, and 20-year goals based on what we learned in this book.
Yep.
And we've been using that every day since. So
Ever since.
That's really helpful. I think that's an amazing thing that's in this book.
Yeah, and there's tons of other stuff and tips in there like that in the homework section. Yeah. Something that I liked about it was that there was a lot of good information on time management. It talks about how to prioritize your work and make sure that you're actually focusing on the things that need to be focused. One tip that I got that I was like, ooh, shoot, that helped me, was you're never going to finish your to-do list. So pick the ones you actually want to accomplish and just let the rest go.
I've been telling you that for years. What's the one?
Whatever. He's been telling me that for years. But when you read it in a book, it just comes alive.
I should write a book. And at the end of the day, it really did help us to stop procrastinating. So that's a very big plus. It did its job.
On the not so good side, the book was slightly boring / hard to read. It was just really, really hard to read.
To be honest, I couldn't even finish reading it.
I did finish it, which is why we are qualified to give the review.
I tried really hard. But it was just really, the writing style for this particular book was really hard for me to get around. So I read about halfway through, and then I couldn't go anymore.
What happens is he has a lot of like principles that are amazing, but there's less stories to kind of bring you along with the book.
There are some stories, but they were kind of spread out a little bit more, so it was kind of dry trying to trudge through all the principles.
Yeah, it felt like a textbook.
Yeah.
In conclusion, for this book, as hard as it was to read, I would highly recommend it because it actually gets the message across and it really did impact our lives. It was hard, but it's worth it.
I can't recommend it just because I'll never recommend a book to someone that I couldn't finish myself.
I guess so.
And that's the only reason. The stuff that I did read was really helpful.
What would your readability score be on this one?
For this book, I have to give this a readability score of 2. I'm giving it a 2 because...
Once again, you didn't finish it.
I couldn't finish it. So 2 out of 5. Really good principles in here if you can get through it. For me, it's a 2.
Okay. For me, I would give it a 3.5. Because it was pretty difficult to read, but the information in it amps up that readability score for me. Make sure that you guys let us know what you think. Have you read this book? And would you get this book? Are you needing to figure out how to stop procrastinating?
If you have any other books that you would like us to read, please let us know in the comments. If you'd like us to read something and review it for you, so that you can figure out if it's worth your time.
We'll see you guys next week. Until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the love.